Before I begin the video, I will remind you to please click like if you like my content and subscribe to our channel, tell a friend, and more importantly, go to our website and send us your email address to become a VIP that we can send you announcements and VIP benefits that we'll think of as we go along. So thank you very much, and let's go on. Hi, I'm miltonchang of Bonsaiheirloom. I'm going to work on this pomegranate, which I worked on about 6 months ago, and to almost no growth. And that's how much it grew, probably less than 6 months ago. And that's how much it grew today. And I'll use this opportunity to tell you a little bit about pomegranate as a bonsai material. There are some quirks about it. First of all, there are many kind of variety of pomegranate. Fruiting pomegranate, the big ones, wonderful variety and so forth. There are many, many varieties from all around the world. And then there's a flowering pomegranate, which we will offer for sale. They never fruit, but continues to flower during the summer, which makes them a very desirable bonsai material. And then these are the dwarf pomegranate. Some of the dwarf pomegranate would actually turn like a winding. Those are very, very desirable bonsai. I have one, someone gave me a very big one, but unfortunately it died off, but the bottom started to shoot up. So I'm taking cutting, which some I will offer them for sale. Those are the turning kind. But on the other hand, it will take 20, 30 years before you will see the result of the turning. So this is a dwarf variety. I cut it back very severely, and it grew up. And you can see some of the tips are red. These are the tips where it will flower. But once I cut it off, it wouldn't be flowering maybe this year. So there are a couple other things about pomegranate. The wood is very, very hard. So you can make jing with it. It will not rot off. And the second thing is that you have to keep it constantly moist. In order to have fruits, you can never let it dry out. They are very hardy. They will recover, but it will not fruit for the year. And then the third thing is that you don't repot it frequently, because after you repot it a couple years, it will not be fruiting. So I have this stump that I bought 20 years ago, maybe even more, and it has never fruited. And this is the first year it fruited, and I like it because the fruit is very shiny and bright. And another thing about fruiting is that you cannot prune the tree too drastically. And you can see the fruiting happens on the end of a very long branch. Like this one is starting to work. You see it's also happening in the bottom end of a branch. So in some sense, after you clip it in the springtime, not too drastically, hopefully, let some of the old wood grow out, and they will have long shoots, and then they will have fruits hanging. So you try to clip back all the growth, but keep that remaining if you want to show off your fruit. It isn't quite the design of a tree in the sense of ideally you like fruit to be hanging at the end of a branch that you have designed. This is hanging out a long branch, but you leave it alone to show off the fruiting, because everybody loves to see a fruit on a little dwarf tree. They say, oh, wow, look at that, a fruit. So with that in mind, that's what I will clip to reshape it, and I will display it for several months with the fruit hanging to enjoy the tree shape as well as the fruit. So with that in mind, then I'll start working on the design of the tree. So again, I'll cut off the long branches so I can see where I'm going with it, and be very careful not to cut off the long branches. And like if I'm really want to be greedy, I'll probably save some of these ones with the red growth. Hopefully it will flower again and fruit. But never mind, I'm happy to just have the 3 that I got, or 2 or 3 that I got now, and use that for design, for display purposes. And I better be careful not to cut off the ones with the fruit. Oh, I touched it and it fell off. Oh well, I still have this one. I want to be babying this branch. You can see there's another flower. I'll be careful not to cut it because this could very well become a fruit. I believe they actually have male and female fruits, so not all the flower will turn into fruits. So, for example, the flowering pomegranate may very well be a mutation that's a male, and that's why they never fruit, but it became a strain, a variety that you can buy for landscaping, which is very nice. They bloom all summer round, long with either white, pink, or red flowers. So this tree, again, it was a stump. And then I let some of the branches grow out to shape it to make it into a bonsai. So I think stumps are incredibly valuable because that gets you a really head start in terms of creating an old bonsai. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video so far. We got a lot more going on. This is about halfway. Please click like if you like my content, and subscribe to our channel, tell a friend, and more importantly, go to our website and sign up to become our VIP for goodies. So now I can more or less see where I'm going. So I'm going to do the next fine level of clipping. And these two branches are tallest, so I have to be a little careful and to not clip off the wrong branches. Like I cut off, I want this to be the apex. So I cut this a little bit lower. Hopefully it will branch out to become a side branch. The water shoots, so to speak, you cut off because that will never be part of your design. And they tend to do a lot of that. I think it's called water shoots, basically just shoots. They grow in a very random directions, so you just gotta pull them off and to maintain your design. I don't think you're gonna the goal is to create individual nice branching out of a pomegranate, but it's more to enjoy the soft green leaves and sometimes the occasional fruit. Not so much the detailed design as an elm tree where you can really clip it and maintain the shape. This grows so fast that in 3 months you don't recognize it. So I think it's hard to really enjoy the shape, but more enjoy the kind of the ambiance, so to speak. But to each his own. I think many people really love pomegranate, just the romanticism of pomegranate. Oh, one other thing I forgot to mention is that in the Asian culture, at least Chinese, I almost cut off this branch where there's the fruit, so I better not. I almost cut off the branch of this fruit. And the point is that it doesn't really make a very good bonsai because it doesn't maintain the shape. But on the other hand, it's nice to enjoy the soft green. And if I cut it off at the right time, the branches are shorter, it doesn't grow that long. So you can have a fruit hanging at the right places. But now you just leave the long branch alone to enjoy the fruit and don't worry about the shape design that much. And one thing in the Asian culture, in the Chinese culture, is that pomegranate, in fact, if you Google, it will show you that pomegranate is a symbolism of fertility. Because a pomegranate has so many seeds, it will become many, many trees. So in the Asian culture, if the daughter-in-law doesn't have any children and the grandparents really would like that, they will buy a pomegranate tree and plant it so that it will have fruit to kind of bring good luck to the family for fertility. I think that's a little silly, but on the other hand, it's a culture. So some people actually buy a bonsai to wish fertility in the family. And so pomegranate is actually a pretty popular tree for house gardening and also for bonsai in Asia. Like when I visited Hong Kong, I see many dwarf pomegranates They don't grow too many big pomegranates. Those are the more from Pakistan and so forth. But they have the dwarf pomegranate, which is actually pretty good eating, but not very big. They could be very sweet, depending on the seedling. So I'm almost done. Just try to clean up to remind myself what this tree looks like. Last time I did this bonsai, and I said this is very much a Chinese-style bonsai, and people wrote and said it reminds them of an animal, which I think is true. It's like a hovering dragon or hovering tiger, emulation. But although that was not my intent, I was simply taking advantage of the design of the trunk, in the sense that the stump that I've gotten, which I'm very pleased to get. So like I will cut this so that this will branch out to give me some branching. Again, I think pomegranate can be very decorative. On the other hand, it doesn't really have the same fineness of an elm that you can ultimately make them to be, because it grows so rapidly, it can change the form almost instantaneously, which is really a bit of a pain to maintain as a bonsai. But on the other hand, you enjoy the soft green leaves and the occasional fruit to give you the pleasure that you really are good luck this year. Not really good luck in the sense of bring you luck, but make you feel lucky that you got one. That's doing well. And congratulations for your good work. So I'm almost done. That's all I can do to make this tree look halfway decent as a bonsai. But it's really for the overall enjoyment rather than the form of the form of the bonsai. Okay, this is done. So let me show you this bonsai. I'm not sure which is the right front, but let me rotate this to show you which is maybe considered the front. I think it's a bonsai. You like the odd shape that's fairly artistic, and you enjoy this branch that's hanging out there, totally out of the design, but with the fruit. So you say, okay, I love it, I keep it. And you can see the rootage is all spread out. I didn't do much from the way I bought it at, because that's how the tree dug up and it grew into a big tree. This is probably a 80 to 100-year-old tree. That's how small dwarf pomegranate grows. I have 120 years, and it's no bigger than this. So this is a very old tree, probably again dug from old homes. And I think this is actually the front. You can see this is really a lot of spreading. And then there's the Good Wish pomegranate. And had I not broken off this one, I would have one hanging over here someplace, right? Which would make it look really nice. And what they do in Japan, when they do a show, is they will actually will cut this branch off and tie this one right here to make it look right. Or sometimes they would do this, because there are a lot of growth, and they kind of turn it around and make it look shorter, and here's the fruit, So, but, I just want to have the idea of having a fruit. So this is my bonsai. I think this is the front. I like it. I hope you enjoy the bonsai. And remember, there's a fertility symbol in Asia, because there are a lot of seeds in it. And enjoyed it as it is, even though that branch is out of shape. And look at the moss that's growing here. It's really a good material. This old stump never rots, really. And so you can easily do the phoenix graft to take an old stump and add to it to make it look like an old tree. But this is I would say even more than 100-year-old tree dug from an old home in Los Angeles. So I thank you very much, and I thank you for watching. And please click like to encourage me, and tell a friend, subscribe to our channel, and sign up as VIP for we to send you announcements. And please stay tuned till next week. Well, thank you very much for watching today's video. Subscribe to our channel and tell a friend. And most importantly, go to our website and sign up to become our VIP so that we can send you announcements of special considerations. Thank you very much. See you next week.